Howdy folks, today we're going to run through the JCM800 100-watt reissue. It's the 2203 model. I'm not sure what year, but it is a modern 100-watt JCM800 reissue. So right now I've got the master just past noon, so it's at 6, and the preamp is at 7. And I'm in the high input. I've got a Gibson custom shop Les Paul with custom buckers, which are modeled after vintage PAFs, so low output, very clear pickups. Absolutely love this guitar. We've got a Strymon Blue Sky Reverb set to plate, and mix is at about 1/4, and an El Capistan tape delay set to a single head, mode B. Mix is at 10 o'clock. So I've just got a light delay. Both are in the effects loop of the JCM800, so it's got an effects loop. Now, I'm running this through the Waza tube expander, which is right there. And if you want to see my settings, for those of you with the JCM800, those are my settings. Okay. And there we go. So I'm able to pump this amp pretty hard and get some nice tube saturation. So I've dialed it into exactly how I like it. I'm a huge Slash fan. I'm sure many of you JCM800 users out there are. And so this is how it sounds like. Straight into the amp, through the attenuator, of course. And I gotta say, that's pretty Slasherific, if you ask me. So when I was trying to dial in the appetite tone, I found cranking the mids and enabling my tumnus boost got me really, really close. So here's how it sounds with the tumnus boost and cranking the mids. That up. Oh, and the treble too. Or without. I guess I didn't need the tumnus after all. So maybe if I dial down the preamp. So here are the mids at noon. Cranked. If we want a clean tone, you can do that by bringing down the preamp gain way down. By the way, this is not a quiet amp. So preamp is on 1. I'm going to crank the master. I mean, I can't really bring the preamp lower than that. So while I'm on clean, I'm going to increase the line out signal significantly, just so you guys can hear it. I'm in the neck pickup. So you got to understand though that the master rate now is at noon, which is pretty high. So you're getting a touch of power tube distortion. But the preamp is like, again, it's like minimal. And this is how I'm dialing in a clean tone for you guys. I would not buy this amp for its clean tone abilities. That's why I've got a Fender Pro Reverb to meet my sparkly Fender clean needs. So yeah, like as soon as you start bringing up the preamp gain, it's a really dirty amp. So as I bring that up, I need to bring down the line out signal on my Waza. So that's why I'm constantly looking back and forth at the microphone and I mean at the input levels on my interface. So from my experience, this is not a clean amp. If I didn't have the attenuator, yes, I could get clean tones. With the master, it would still be pretty loud with the master at like 2 and the preamp gain pretty low, but the amp doesn't come to life. So then it's like, why would you buy it? Compared to the 100-watt plexis I've owned that are capable of massive, huge, blooming cleans. Yeah, so as you bring the preamp gain up, neck, I can do AC/DC. Would I buy this amp for its AC/DC tones? No, I wouldn't. I'd get a 100-watt or 20-watt Marshall Plexi. I'll take off the delay. I should mention I'm going through a stock IR on the Waza. It's a Greenback and Vintage 30 combo. So with the Tumnus engaged, the Tumnus sounds really good with a JCM800, but it sounds great with any amp I throw at it. So bringing up the preamp again. Now I'm at 8. I find the sweet spot 7. Anything past that, you're just getting into super mushy, compressed territory. If I dime it, doesn't sound very good. It's kind of mushy. So go back to 7. It's nice and tight. So, you know, this amp can do all the classic 80s metal stuff without even a pedal. Like, here's a tube screamer involved. I still prefer the Tumnus. it just kind of tightens the tone. So that's the tumness. Tube screener. I'll plug in the Strat now. So unfortunately, I plugged in my Strat, and I'm getting this like microphonic feedback. I don't know what the hell's going on. Obviously, it's the pickups. As soon as I go into the second mode, middle is brutal, fourth nothing, neck. So I've got an SSL5 in the bridge and Fat 50s in the middle and neck. So I've got a 10-way switch. So as soon as I go into the funky second level mode of the switch, there's still noise in some modes. So it's unfortunate, because I'm sure you want to see how a Strat sounded with a JCM800. Well, you're not going to. So what I'll do now is go get my telly. I've got so many things plugged in here. I've got the wireless. I've got my wireless microphone transmitter. I swear I don't know why I do this. Put myself through this torture. Labor of love. So, not too bad in terms of noise and whatnot. So here's how a telly sounds. Tumness. So, getting back to the power tube distortion, here's the importance. Because without it, let's say it feels really low. So, if I crank my line out on my Waza, so now I'll crank the master, give it some. There's just fuller, richer harmonics there. So most people I chatted with who have owned a lot of JCM800s, they agree that the master at around 6 is the sweet spot. that's where it starts feeding back in a very unpleasant way. So I'm not having good luck with single coils in this amp when I'm diming it like that. There's some serious magnetic, microphonic, weird shit going on. So anyways, I got to return this JCM800 back to my local store. So this amp was far from perfect. I've had a really long day at work, so excuse me. It is what it is. Same old kind of half-assed demos that I do. Hope you enjoyed. Cheers.